Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Skald against the Black Priory. In the last episode, we began exploring the shoreline of Idra, having washed up here after our ship was sunk by some sort of undersea monstrosity. We managed to bump into Catania, a member of the guild, who was perhaps, well, as counted amongst the survivors, as we have seen two others, at least, somewhere else in this starting area. She has helped us out in getting our bearings, and we explored a cave together, finding a guild navigation seal therein, which will hopefully allow Katyana to purchase her freedom from the guild, or perhaps sever her contract with them earlier without risk of them coming after her and killing her or something similar. We've gotten some equipment as well and met Basilio, a very strange gentleman who likes scavenging the shoreline on occasion for whatever Mother Maelstrom vomits up from the depths. Or from the ocean itself, I suppose. We're also level 3 at the moment, having done a bit of exploring. And with that said, it's time for us to continue our explorations. Alright, let's get to it. We brought back a telescope that we had found earlier. I guess we'll talk about this really quick as well. We had stared up into the sky and noticed that the stars are not the ones we are familiar with seeing, and noticed that there was a small cluster of red stars. And they were horrified to discover that it is something up there staring down, and it noticed us. But we were able to tear our eyes away before probably going insane. I didn't even realize that was a thing you had to worry about. Alright, and with that said, let's finally begin. I don't think we need any other equipment at this moment. So I think we just push on and explore more of the island. We've only explored the coastline at the moment and a little bit of the cliffs. We haven't yet explored this little homestead, so let's go ahead and do that next, shall we? We have more Sunmouth and Sorrow something? Oh, and Starspawn. We might as well grab all the potion reagents as we bump into them. A woman sits in the grass ahead of you, with the well looming over her. She's emaciated, ragged, and covered in grime. How long has she been sitting here? Days? Weeks? She rocks back and forth, almost catatonic. Then suddenly you hear it again. The clear sound of playful children's laughter rises from the well. The woman wails. My children. The woman rocks slowly back and forth as she stares blankly at the well in front of her. What has happened? I took them, called out to them. I heard it. Funny thing is, I heard it calling with my voice. Oleg and Anja live in the well now. They're calling for me to join them. Can I help? It will never stop. It will multiply until it covers all the lands and all the seas. And when we are all dead in bones, the Conqueror mold will dress our corpses in black mourning veils. Her voice is flat and monotone, and the strange words almost seem to come from somewhere else. She then lets out a deep sigh. But if I had my children's bones to bury, it would give me some respite. The sickening sound of children's laughter once again rises from the well. Let's end this poor lady's torment. The well seems ordinary enough until you examine it more closely. A thin layer of slimy black mold seems to cling to its walls, and a heavy odor of filth rises from its depths. You could swear you heard something splash around in the shallow waters. A ladder has been placed in the well shaft, and you could easily descend if you wanted to. Well, let's do it. Some sort of weird growth here? Unless that's some sort of creature on the wall. As you descend deeper into the earthly cave, You realize that the black mold covers most of the walls. Even the air is thick with floating black specks. Here and there, the mold seems to form nodules. Your mind fills with images of the nodules bursting open in an obscene mockery of birth, and black worm-like tendrils of mold spilling forth into the world. An irrational urge to touch the nodes begins to grow inside of you. Let's fight this intrusive thought and move on. Okay, some sort of weird growth. Ooh, the ground here is all covered in mold. Perhaps it's the thickness of the air or the sickly miasmas that fill this part of the cave. But stars flash before your eyes. Your mind is assaulted with images of alien landscapes. Cities? No, giant living structures. Almost like the coral that the traders from the sea gates sometimes peddle, but large. So large it almost touches the sky. Then you see it. The structures themselves writhe with obscene life. Innumerable black worm-like tendrils of black mold cover them. They beckon you. Give in to them. Let them take hold. In the sky above you, something massive shifts. We will give in. This is an instant death if you do so, but I said I would occasionally show an instant death or two I was aware of, and this is one of those. You dig your fingers into the black substance and breathe deeply in tainted air, welcoming the pulsating presence that surrounds you to invade your flesh. It does not hesitate, and the warmness of unity fills your very being as new life begins. Stars align, and the dragon stirs in the void. Haruma! Haruma! You have died. The dragon awakens. Reload a previous save or restart the game. Game too difficult? You can set the difficulty in the settings. Difficulty. Well, we died because I chose to die. The very first time I had these encounters, the one we passed by and this one, I was like, I know this is going to kill me, but I want to know what happens. And I did it anyway. I believe this is also what we saw staring back at us in the sky, this dragon, where the dragon must be the name of whatever horrific Cthulhuist-inspired creature, power, is currently involved in this area of the world. Anyway, our last save, which should be the quick save we made, and we just have to redo this again. Touching the nodes does the same exact thing, by the way. You get the same exact text. So this time, we will move on. It occurs to me that mold is one of the more nastier things as a dungeon master I've thrown at my players from time to time. In the original Red Book campaign, there was yellow mold in one of the rooms in the first, manor that you had your players explore. They could get to it rather quickly, and as, a level 1, I think the doors were magically locked until they hit level 2, but that's like a death sentence for any of the characters to bump them into yellow mold that they've never encountered or don't know what to do against it. And I've used things like brown molds or other types of molds to, sneakily injure or weaken the party, and most of the time they don't even know what's happening because none of them realize molds are something dangerous they should be looking out for. Not that their characters would know what to do anyway, I suppose. Ooh, this looks pretty nasty. You feel as if you're dragged under and into the crushing blackness to unfathomable depths. Stars flash before your eyes again, and you once more see the impossible landscapes. Cyclopean, is that how you say it? Cyclopean edifices of writhing black shapes, an age of worms. You understand now. This is not some alien dreamscape. This is Warda. This is home. And you? You are the High Priest, the God Regent of a perfect world. And now it is time. The sky sunders. 7 eyes see. It comes. Give yourself to it. So we give in, and the same thing happens. We get the same text, and the game ends. So let's see if we can resist it with our willpower. We do so. Gathering all your willpower, you wrest back control of your faculties and forge ahead. On the wall ahead, you spot it, a festering ganglion of black ichor, with two small human skulls leering from it. The mass of glistening mold pulsates with a grotesque peristaltic motion as you approach it. Embedded in it is a collection of small animal bones. Nonetheless, you have no problems identifying two complete small human skeletons. Grab them. One by one, you pry loose the bones from the writhing of the ganglion. Its motions become more and more agitated as you work, and a wave of relief washes over you as the last piece comes loose. Now you must make your way out of this death trap. I am surprised that we didn't have even more encounters there with greater willpower or maybe a fortitude check to try to resist its attempt to claim us. The two diminutive shapes materialize as if from the very walls themselves. Bodies alive with writhing mold, their blank, idiotic faces stare up at you in a grotesque imitation of life. Your blood runs cold as organs that should never shape human voices spill forth the sound of children laughing. A loud shriek escapes from the horrors, and in a maelstrom of writhing blackness, the two pathetic creatures reshape into lean forms that tower over you. They do not intend to let you leave. Abominations! We could try to run past them, but no, we're gonna kill these things. Vulnerable to sublime damage. This is like turning undead, effectively. Clerics get access to this in particular, but we don't have access to them at the moment. These can't be panicked, they can't be sleeped, diseased, or poisoned. They hit fairly often. Not very dodgy, though. If we position like this, we only have to worry about one of them to start. However, it just occurs to me that then Katya will have to be using her bow. She cannot use her melee weapons if I need her to do that. Oh, but both of us are going first. So let's do this, and we'll try to focus on this one to begin. Jump, Katya. If I move here, Katya could also Katya could be attacked by both of them. We'll just use bear strength on herself. Good job, Katya. Good dodge. 6 slashing, 8 blunt. Thankfully, these aren't poisonous or infectious. I feel like they should be poisonous at the very least. But I mean, I won't complain. Or I shouldn't complain. Alright, good job, you two. Rot mold. An aggressive... Oh, we'll read it later. Let's take it. An aggressive mold known to eat almost any organic material it comes into contact with. This mold has cost more than a few citizens their cheese cellars. And pets. And children's bones. The tragic mold-covered bones of 2 children. skeletal figure of Marita sits in front of the well, rocking silently back and forth. I have your children's bones. Martia looks up at you and blinks as if waking up from a dream. Without a word, she gingerly takes a small bundle of bones in her arms as if it was a swaddled infant. She cradles it for a moment and then looks up at you with grateful eyes. She gently strokes your cheek once and then turns and wanders into the fog. You set her free. Falling to your knees, you retch violently. If it is from the conqueror mold or the emotional moment, you can't quite tell. Kneeling in the grass, you notice a satchel lying where Martia was kneeling. You get a feeling it was left there for you. Slowly you regain your composure and get to your feet. Shining away from the well, you suddenly stiffen. Did you hear something? A child's voice, perhaps? Or was it just the wind? The gift has placed a sack here. $18, a gold ring, a potion of cured disease, and Martia's cookbook. A humble cookbook. Vegetable soup, potatoes, carrots, and leeks. All the above can be found growing in our field. Farmer's omelet, 2 eggs, potatoes, and onions. Seabird eggs will do just fine. Onions grow wild in abundance. Not bad. 2 free recipes. The gold ring isn't magical, but I do like equipping rings. We'll have Cat wear it, I suppose, at the moment. Well, I guess we'll raid the garden here then, and see if we can make any food, because there is a stove right there in the hut. And I don't think Basilio will care about this very much. I've been unable, by the way, to figure out how to reach this hatch. I don't know how you access it, as a heads up. And we'll take whatever this is. I think this is more Star Spawned? Sorrow Eater. And I don't think we can get over here. Okay, well, we got a little more money. Let's talk with Basilio again, and then we'll do a little more trading, and then off we go. Basilio, where'd you get all that coin? The old man reaches into the leather pouch and pulls out a handful of strange coins that look nothing like standard Imperial coinage. Though they are no doubt valuable, they're covered in greenish grime that makes them almost look more like seashells than coins. Bounty from the deep, handed down from me da, who got it from me granda. He used to say granda was so strong in the old faith that Mother Maelstrom would let him go down into the deep and visit with him who lived there. Came back with sacks of this, he did. Reminds me of the... What was the name of it? It was the... It wasn't... Was it Innsmouth? I think it was Innsmouth. Shadow over Innsmouth? Where the crazy guy... The crazy, like, doc guy explains the history of what happened there. Where, the Deep Ones would make deals with the humans to mate with them and leave them coins of this type in return for such, or like fish or a good harvest in return for such. I see. Well, let's trade. I have no intention of killing him. He hasn't hurt us. He might be killing other people, but I don't know if he does. Maybe he actually uses the club only to defend himself. I get the feeling he does use it, though, to knock out any survivors that were probably almost dead anyway. Anyway, speaking of anyway, let's go ahead and buy another these arrows. And one more. And one more again. Okay, let's go. By the way, to use different arrows, you can just click on them. And that's it. Now, for example, Cat will begin using these hunting arrows. They're +1 accuracy and do an extra 1 point of damage, or 0 to 1 damage. Then the poor arrows do not have any plus accuracy and do +0 through 1. So the damage is the same, just these are more likely to hit. And damage is based on the bow that you use, not the arrow type that you have. Oh, both actually. Never mind, ignore me. There are pumpkins here. Pumpkins weigh a bit, and we can't do anything with the pumpkin at the moment, which is why you see me just ignoring it. A blood-curdling howl cuts through the fog. Whatever its source, it's not far away, and it sounds dangerous. Penny buns. Penny buns are mushrooms that make for excellent eating. Using mushroom omelet. We'll gather some more resources if we can find more leeks out here or more penny buns, and then we'll go back and do a little bit of cooking, I think. We also might get a chance to see what made that howl, and possibly have another battle. Oh, well, actually, we're gonna do the battle now, or a battle now. I've walked forward a little too much. I don't know if we can get away from whatever these are. Dire hounds. So let's put Trimus where Katya currently is. And let's do it. If I move away with Trimus, we disengage from this creature. So we want to stay here. We'll begin moving Katya around to attack on the side, but as she moves forward, we'll switch to our ranged weapon and plink it with an arrow. Oh, we kill it with that plink! Good work, Katya. 2 hound's ears. A large leathery ear cut from the freshly dead head of some monstrous hound. A body lies broken upon the ground. Though it has been gnawed by the hounds, it seems clear that this person fell or jumped from the cliffs above. This is the guy who was using the telescope. So he killed himself, I guess. Or maybe was compelled to do so. Okay, let's do some cooking if we can. So what are onions used in? Baked onions, farmer's omelet, fried steak, meat skewers. We can make it looks like baked potatoes, farmer's omelet, or vegetable soups. We don't have much in the way of crafting. But Katya has, like, skill-wise, but Katya has Catania has a slightly better chance to produce more than just one of these. So we'll try making 2 of each of these recipes and see how well that goes for us. If we can. So, farmer's omelet, let's craft. We got 2 of it. A nice farmer's omelet brings to mind the simple comforts of a quaint rural life. How about our vegetable soup? Carrot, leeks, and potatoes. Good for you, Katya. So she succeeded crafting successfully once, and then failed once, but we still get 1 thing from it, even if you fail the crafting. It's either 1 or 2. A farmer's feast often eaten with the fall, when root vegetables are abundant. Can we make anything else? Let's take a quick peek. Mushroom omelet uses that. Mushroom omelet here too? We do not. Onions are not using that. Leeks are. So our eggs. There we go. Mushroom omelet made. The mushroom omelet tastes of the forest. And as for leeks, there's something called, I think, like grilled leeks. Grilled leeks. We can go ahead and learn that recipe too. And the carrots, nothing else. And what does grilled leeks say? Oh, it doesn't say anything. Where is our grilled leeks? Beyond just a taste, leeks go a long way towards adding some color to the drab cuisine of the poor. All right, not bad. We'll take all that. Increase the amount of food we have in case we need the rest. It'd be good to know there's all these pumpkins I'm leaving behind here. Oh, I see that. There's something over here. Another hound. Oh, there's 3 of them. As long as we can get close enough to start combat. Oh, they're awake, I think. Yes, they're ready. Okay, so we didn't surprise them. Who's the first one? This one. All right, we'll just stay here and hope we do well. Or, how fast do they move? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could do this. This one will move 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do this. This one will move up to us, and then we can deal with it without worrying about being flanked so easily. Katya. I kind of need Katya to move here, because I don't want Trimus flanked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, it won't flank us this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they can reach both of us, so we'll try to finish a hound quickly. Oh, charging. As you move, you gain points in charge for every movement past, I think, the first one in a direction. You can then use your charge, and every point of charge that you had gives you +1 more to hit the target. Nice. Injured its head. Trimus is taking some hits. Oh, nice. Good job, Cat. Excellent hit. $198 experience points and 3 hound ears. Oh, we leveled with Trimus also. All right, let's use a minor lay on hands on Cat. And then I guess we level ourselves. That will full heal us and recover all our mana. You can feel yourself growing stronger with every trial you face. Each adventure leaves you just a little faster, a little braver. What more are you capable of? 3 more points. What do I want to take them in? We don't have any auras yet. There are aura spells that basically affect everything within the AoE, and it's an AoE like 1 away from us. So the 8 spaces that surround us. This would increase that from 8 spaces up to like 20-something spaces, as it increases the circle by 1 entire width, as it were. But until I get an aura, I'm not so interested in this. Senses, clears blindness, deafness, and silenced. Peaceful and disrupted is caused with aura of fear. I wouldn't mind having more spells. What does such a condemnation do? Condemned? Minus 2 dodge, minus 2 toughness, minus 2 willpower. Has to make a saving throw versus DC's 15 to remove them. Holy Light adds Illuminated and Inspired. Plus 2 to hit. And illuminates them. Holy Light deals sublime magical damage. I think we'll level our spirit and take Blessing Touch and Hammer of Light. Let's do it. Hammer of Light is a adjacent to us spell. So instead of attacking, we'll use this instead. Although magic can never fail to hit the target from what I've seen. Alternatively, what does Heroic Inspiration do? Plus 2 melee damage. And Blessing Touch gives Bless, which is plus 1 to hit, your saving throws, and to dodge. Well, I definitely want Blessing Touch. I think with the Hammer of Light, as if it's like a turn undead type of effect. Yeah, let's take it. Alright, viewer, that's it for this starting area. Let's now see the world map. Emerging from the rocky shores, you survey the dreary interiors of Idra. Rolling hills and moors cover much of the surrounding areas, and tall, jagged mountains rise towards the north. East of you, a lighthouse can be seen, its faint light flickering against the gloom. Beyond that lies a bay, and from its far shore the wind carries the foul stench of burning corpses. There's something wrong here on this island. Something really bad. Cat suppresses a shiver. You came here for a reason, right? With mercenaries and all. Had that been something important? I was hired to find somebody. Cat listens intently as you tell her about your quest to find Embla Baron. Girl's lucky to have a family that cares for her, Cat mumbles. So the old man told you she was last seen in Horan, right? Well, I've been to Horan. Landed there on our last run. I could tell you something felt off about the place, but nothing like this. Go on. Here's how I see it. Horan isn't far, just a day's march to the east around the bay. However, I think we need to be all clever-like about this. Make sure we rearm and maybe even try to pick up a few allies. If we rush in and end up dead, we're not doing this Embla any goods, what I'm trying to say. So we should explore around a bit, right? Gather a bit of intelligence and whatnot. She's basically saying we should side quest before main questing. I'm all for that. I agree. We need to take it step by step. Yeah, just like that. Cat nods. See over there? Cat points towards the lighthouse to the east. Lighthouse is still lit, so it's bound to be manned. If we make our way there, we might find out more about what's going on. Might even scrounge up a hot meal. Alright, let's get a move on. As you set out across the blasted landscape, you have a growing feeling that whatever horrific fate has befallen this region is somehow inexorably tied to your quest. Something dark and vast is slowly spreading throughout the outer isles, tentacles grasping greedily as if searching for something. Great adventures may lie ahead, but so does great terror. Of that, you are absolutely certain. Alright guys, welcome to the world map. Places you can interact with, or that will have their own spot for you to go into with a little map, will be shown if you hold down shift. Like there's a boat here, which is the wreck of the Zephyr, and the abandoned farm that we just came from. Every step you make will take 15 minutes of time, I believe, no matter what you're stepping on as well. I don't think there's a time limit in the game, but maybe there's a score at the end of the game, depending upon how rapidly you do try to finish it. Alright, with all that said, I'm going to quickly save the game, because we did level up, which means we get a new Let's Play save. Let's play Grimace Chapter 4. Alright, let's go. Oh, we should probably still have Cat lead us in stealth. It's nighttime outside after all, so... If it's daylight, we'll have Trimus lead. Otherwise, Cat can lead us. To my knowledge, there are no secret things. There's nothing that, like, our awareness will allow us to detect out here. But last time I played through this, Trimus had an awareness of only 2. So I don't know if that's the case. Maybe there is some other secret stuff to find. And what I mean by that is that I can see where I need to go. Or rather, places for me to explore. I don't know if anything else shows up all of a sudden if you're near it with a good awareness level. You see a figure thrashing violently at something obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing is producing loud crunching, wet squelches, and a stream of curses. Move closer. You see the scene for what it is. Roland, soaked through and splattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. He snarls like a wounded beast, and his eyes are black with rage. As the last of the horrid beasts falls twitching back into the shallows, Roland snaps his gaze to you, dead eyes staring at some distant point on the horizon behind you. Eventually, the tension drains from his muscles, and he lowers his makeshift weapon. Thought it was Carrion they did. I nearly was. I didn't think you'd make it. Seems like I got a few lives left in me, for all they're worth. Roland sighs deeply and slumps down onto a nearby rock. You tried to save me. You bloody idiot. The mission needs you. Ha! Spoken like a true mercenary. There might be hope for one of us after all. What do you mean? Roland looks out across the uncaring sea. Not many get to be my age in our line of work. The things that I've seen, that I've done. Memories like that prey upon you, like bloody wolves circling a camp with the fire dying out. The second you let your guard down, they pounce. Your time isn't over yet, old man. As you say, but heed this. If you want to survive, you need to drop the bloody heroics. This business makes your hands dirty, and nothing gets them clean again. Trust me on that. Speaking of which, I suppose I still work for you. We should get going. I'm counting on you. Let's get going. Roland nods solemnly, brushes a sticky glob of ichor off his arm, and trudges over to you. His lips part as if to speak, but he hesitates. Let's just go. Roland does not seem to hear you. Instead, he is staring intently ahead. There are men in the fog. I thought I heard them earlier. I'm certain they're not from the Zephyr, and I'd wager they're less than friendly. I don't care if you're aching for a fight or not, but either way, we should tread carefully. Straining to see through the dense fog, you finally spot them. A group of men prowling the shoreline like carrion eaters looking for dead flesh. They are unkempt and dressed in rags, with bare torsos and broad shoulders adorned by a strange mixture of sailors' tattoos and crude symbols. They carry an assortment of cruel-looking rusted tools turned to weapons. We've seen this spiral before, this whirl, on the hut that Basilio was in. It reminds me of the Underrail teleportation symbol with that arrow and the whirl that goes around it too. Gibbering chatter, laughter, and whimpering drift across the fog in a steady stream. Whoever these men are, their minds are long gone. You sit still until a group of them passes you by. Perhaps you might be able to slip past them. Leave quietly. Let's first go ahead and level Roland. Now, he was level 1 when we first had him. He's gained 3 levels now, so now he's level 9. I think to start, we should probably put 5 points into Arms Mastery, because I think that will unlock the rank 2 things down here. I'm not quite sure how I did it before. Let me check a few things. No, that doesn't do it. That didn't do it either. How do I unlock this? Oh, there you go! Character must be at least level 5. Okay, so we can't unlock that yet. What's up ahead here? Multi-attack. +1 attack count. Gain 1 extra attack per turn. That is very powerful. I did not know this had existed when I was playing the game originally. What does Not Today do? The first time you take wound hit point damage each combat, you automatically regain 12 through 18 vitality points. That could be useful to keep him alive. I think we'll go ahead and take that. So he will gain more toughness, more vitality. So he gains, this is a saving throw, don't forget. This is his hit points. And this ability to get him back up if he falls to the ground. And then I think we'll also take Second Wind. So we're gonna go all in on healing for him. Okay, let's do it. We have another lantern. But Cat will be the one to lead us. Now, a heads up, because I am doing a little bit of tutorializing still. This area is tough. I died here a few times, and then eventually managed to escape these guys. But my last time I went through this, like I think it was the 4th time I was in this area, I knew enough about the game and was able to win the battles here. This is not easy at all. And we may not be able to do it, even though I know what's coming up here. We will make an attempt and see how well we do. There's not really much you're missing if you don't fight these things off, but they are worth quite a bit of experience points, these cultists. And there is a chest with a magic item in it, so we don't know what we'll get from it. But we won't have a chance to interact with that chest unless we win the battles here. When we leave this area as well, just as a heads up, this area vanishes, and you'll never be able to get back to this particular spot again. So well, you got one shot at this. That's dangerous what I just did, but I saw the barrel here. I want to make sure I didn't possibly miss it. 2 lesser vitality tonics. That's really nice. We definitely want that. There'll be some more stuff on the shoreline. I see the barrel. A box or crate. I'm a little nervous. Let's explore a bit more and up and see where the hostiles are. A level 2 archer, precise strike and rapid shot. Oh, I didn't even look at Roland's equipment. Oh, that's interesting. He has that light bow. Well, there's no reason why we shouldn't give that to Katya. Or, sorry, Katyana. It doesn't have the accuracy penalty that her other bow does. Now, remember what I was talking about, by the way, with weight earlier? Now that we've picked up Roland, our maximum weight has increased again. We can carry even more stuff all told. The weight is a combination of what you're carrying, of what's in your party inventory, and what you have on yourselves, by the way. Roland can actually wear the chain, the scale mail, so we'll give him that for more soak. And then Kat can wear the leather armor. This may be a giant mistake, viewer, but we're gonna fight these guys. Oh, there's 2 of them. Let's do it from here. There's 3 of them here. It says they're all archers. I know, however, that archers must have arrows to fire. And sometimes, even though they're archers, they don't actually possess any arrows on them. They're not aware of us. We could probably maybe charge them. Or we could stay here instead and try to hold this line. I think we probably should charge one of them if we can. If we can get to this one, we should probably make that attempt. Roland and Kat are going first, followed by a Reaver, that one, and then Trimus goes. They're not aware of us yet. Alright, let's start. Reavers have a good amount of hit points, 27, with 11 wounds. They do good damage, and if you take a crit from them, you're gonna feel it. This was not easy for me to do. Let's see if we can kill these 3 at least. What's these guys' movement? 3 and 1? 1, 2, 3. We should move down here with Roland to avoid being attacked by... Well, actually, these guys are waiting a turn, but we'll still do this. Katya will hang back and use her bow. They're flat-footed at the moment, so I should hit them. We may be able to by the way, I think you can backstab with a bow, by the way. It doesn't have to just be a melee weapon. And we did. I can't move here and attack him this turn. I will stay here and use a bear strength on ourselves. Almost killed him. Come on, cat yet. I'm not going to move. We're going to stand here and defend. Now, what does defending do for us? They take no other actions and add their defend bonus attribute to their dodge. So we've gained some dodge by doing that. Okay. We should focus on the enemies. Well, hold on. So, yeah, I think we focus, and we hope that they don't do the same. Oh, 11 damage. 8 on Trimus. 30 slashing! Holy crap, Roland, that was amazing. I just took 9 more, my god. He's wounded now, so he's close to dead. $9 gold and a crude short sword. I'm not above taking garbage at the moment. Alright, let's start casting some spells to heal ourselves. We'll heal Roland up. And then ourselves. Let's check this crate with the lantern. Okay, we can interact with it. 6 gold and a fine dagger. That's fantastic for Kat. It does less damage than her axe does, but she gets extra piercing damage with daggers, right? We took that with her. So we'll equip it. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Let's do that. Backstabbing and what have you, I think counts that, or can crit as well, or it has a greater chance of critting from what I can tell. I might be lying about this, or I might be misspeaking, but when I was playing this earlier and got to where I got to, which was, I think, the final chapter, Cat was very deadly with a dagger. It was amazing, so I'm glad to have that. Alright, let's re-stealth. And make sure we quick save. Now, we can move off the map here, in which case this area is gone, but we're going to do a little more poking about. There's someone here. We'll try to move away. An archer. He doesn't see us, he's just moving randomly. And once again, viewer, I cannot shift the camera up. It's here, so we can't reposition it. Someone else is over here. It's another archer. I think we will try to fight here. There's at least two. But let's do it. 3 more people. A reaver. Oh, no, these are all called reavers. Okay, gotcha. All archers. I think what this basically means is that they're not melee-centric. So they have precise strike and rapid shot, or that guy does. Okay, we'll stand here and hope. We could charge one of them again and try to kill quickly. Who's going first? Cat, me, and then Roland. Or we can stand here, let them come to us, and buff ourselves. You know what? We'll stand this time and let them get closer. We'll spend a round prepping for combat. All right, let's start. Backstab. 13 piercing damage. Did not crit. Let's start with a bear strength on ourselves. Actually, no. Let's use a blessing touch on Roland, who spotted something. Roland can move over here and defend. We'll use a bear's touch on ourselves. I'm still good. Oh, let's hold our action to the end of the turn. Unfortunately, I can't get around the rock. If I move up, that's all we're gonna be. Roland gets a chance to attack. We might kill this guy. You know what? We'll try. We didn't. Let's hold our action with Trimus. Roland attacks this one. Oh, but now he's... Alright, he's positioned himself away from where I wanted. Let's move here to make sure that Roland isn't surrounded. And I will lay on hands. against him. Cascade. If you cascade when casting a spell, I do not understand the percentages. Then you don't consume your action by casting it. So we can still attack or cast an additional spell. You can cascade, to my knowledge, only once. If we cast another spell, we can't cast a third. Ooh, 10 damage to me. $9. My fortified strength is ended. We can cast a single heal spell. Reminder healing ourselves. And then, how close are we to leveling? Not close. At least not on Trimus. So let's use a tonic. Four padded armor. I am not above taking it and going back and selling it to Basilio. Now, when I've done this area before, I'm doing a bit more meta stuff, which I probably shouldn't do, but I feel it's important to say. I ended up getting 2 groups of enemies, not just 3. I ended up fighting 7 up here, I think. So, figuring out where you want to be to start the battle is also important because of the way the combat map is laid out for you. You may or may not pull in other enemies, depending upon where you are. This is the edge of the map as well. Getting closer to the other group that we saw. We're gonna drink a potion with Roland, since he's a little wounded. A dead body, and we see a person down here. I think if I want to fight them, I think we do it from here. There's at least 3. There's 4. Let's back up. I want the rock to help us. Oh, this is tempting to try to gun down one of them immediately. In fact, I feel like we have to make the attempt. Can't ya? Oh, I can't look at the equipment at the moment. We'll put her here. Alright, let's do it. That is up first. We only have 3 of these small arrows left. Do I want +1 to hit? He's not aware of us, so we can get away with this arrow. The accuracy won't matter. Let's make sure we target this one. Katya? Katya won't target this one. I need to attack now, though. We backstab that one, then. I feel like we want to move up and attack, not spend a turn buffing at this moment. Since he's flat-footed, yep, we can do a little more damage to him. Rather, since he's unaware. Katya, can we actually get you to target this one? Now we can. I'm gonna disengage from here. Actually, can we kill it? We might kill him with an attack, but we also could not. I will disengage. We panicked this one. I disengaged because I didn't want this guy hitting Trimus. Since he's panicked, I'm going to begin getting into position with Cat to help on melee with these. Though we will still shoot as we maneuver to do so. Right, now I'll move up so that we don't have to worry about them focusing on Roland. And I will use a Bear Strength on ourselves. Something you should pay attention to in combat is if you can use a skill and still attack. If I use Second Wind on Roland, look in the lower right-hand corner. It will use all his movement, but not his action. So he can heal himself effectively for free. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. With Trimus, for example, if I use the Litany, I can also still make an attack. Katya will shift. Trimus will heal himself and attack. I wouldn't mind flanking him, but I think 2 hits will down this guy anyway. We can Second Wind again. Will keep himself up. This is now Third Wind. And we did it. We get 10 gold and a crude club. Oh, there's nothing here that I thought was here originally. There's no, I thought there was a magic item here, but there is nothing. There's no treasure chest here or anything. Okay, it must have been a random spawn. Well, that sucks. I thought we would get something better than what we did. Alright, it's just random. Alright, so be it. Actually, no, there's this body here. This had it on it. Oh, wow, and that looks pretty nice. Alright, 3 gold, a checkered tunic, a hood, a hand axe, masterwork longsword of defense. Wow. That is exactly what I think I want on Trimus. This is like a paladin sword. We keep our +1, the same as our mace. We gain 1 mid, 3 max damage. We gain crit, and it increases our dodge by 1. This is the perfect weapon. Medium blade also plays with our blade weapons. Okay, it's settled. We're going sword and board with Trimus, not 2-handed weapons. We got the weapon I wanted him to have. That's wow. And by wanted him, I mean this is fantastic. I couldn't have hoped for a better weapon early game. And it's just random, viewer. Once again, it's random what you get for magic items. This could have been a magic hood that improves your willpower by 1, for example. So we just got super lucky with this. But that's going to make a huge difference going forward. Wow, I can't believe it. All right, let's double back to Baslio. We'll sell some things to him. Rest to recover our mana and hit points. and then head back out. The last time I think I had done that, I found a scimitar that was +1 max damage to it, and was still very good. I still ended up using it for quite some time. Okay, so Cat will still forage. Roland can also forage, since he has a chance to do that too. We could actually, let's use Fletch to show you what that does. And Trimus will... he'll entertain. Let's do it. Oh, no, actually we need food first. So... the rations actually weigh 5 pounds each compared to other food. So we want to use the rations... oh, is it 5 pounds each or just 5 pounds? Alright, it's 1 pound each. Okay, gotcha. So we'll just eat some plain old rations and begin the rest. The food doesn't give you anything else, by the way. There's no, like, special... to my knowledge, there's no special buffs it gives you. It's just different types of food for flavor, quite literally, I suppose, in this case. And different food totals. We continue, we fletched 2 arrows and we found 1 ration. The arrows that you get are hunting arrows when you fletch them. Ah, there's the one that cheated Mother Maelstrom. Loaded with trinkets for Basilio, perhaps. Yes, Basilio, we have some more stuff for you. All the crude stuff we'll just go ahead and sell. Right, so that crude short sword goes away. The short bow. That's a normal hand axe, we want that. Oh, we have 2 normal hand axes. We'll sell 1 of them. The club goes away. That tunic goes away. I don't really like poor armor. Nah, we'll sell this. I'll sell the brandy. And I guess that will do. Oh, I guess we can sell the cookbook. We don't need this any longer. Once you read things that give you, like, recipes, you keep them. You don't need the book any longer to benefit from such knowledge. And you know what? I guess we'll just buy the last 5 arrows he has. We could actually use some attunement tonics or vitality tonics. If I steal, what's the chances of this? We get a 4. We'll steal back that, or try to. We succeeded. This increases suspicion by 1. And I think we'll buy... it's $44 for this. How much thieves' tools do we have? We have 10. You know, I think suspicion has increased the cost of these things, too. It has! Okay, so suspicion makes it harder for you to steal from them, and also increases the cost of everything. Ah, clever! So he thinks we're the ones stealing it. I mean, unless it's the kids coming out of the well to steal. I guess it would make sense he would suspect it was us. It's not too much more money. I think we'll buy a lesser tonic. A vitality. And we'll hope our 2 mana potions sees us through at the moment for our mana needs. And only for emergencies. Medium ones are a little too precious for us to spend them willy-nilly at this time in the game. Oh, right, we're not looking through the telescope. Alright, well, let's proceed to that lighthouse that we had seen. An ancient lighthouse rises steeply from the bluffs ahead of you. The beacon is still lit, though it flickers weakly. Weakly. Let's do this without stealth for a bit, just to show you how that works, as it were. A suity armored woman with a shield slung on her back and a broadsword at her side stands by a small campfire. She's grunting and cursing under her breath as she clumsily tries to bind a wound on her arm. Dried blood and mud cakes her face and armor, and she looks haggard. She freezes as she sees you emerge from the fog. A suspicious frown falls over her face. "Let me help you." "No need," she growls as she finishes the tourniquet using her good arm and teeth. "Bless you for offering, but I can manage. I would kill for some water, though. Offer her a drink from your water skin." "Thank you. Name's Carlia. Used to call myself captain of our little mercenary company. Some rich trader from Alders paid us well to come here and look for the Fury. Things went to shit quickly. I've been losing my crew one by one. Milos and Pieter got their coins today, torn to pieces by those fucking hounds. It's just me now." "What's the Fury?" "What? Never heard of the Santa Fury? She was an Umberan treasure ship, they say. Disappeared around 40 cycles ago, and it said she was laden heavy when she went. People have been looking for her ever since. Me, I never put any stock in the legend. Sailor's tale. But then this rich fop from Alders ups and offers to pay me and my company to go here and look for it." "Go on." "Well, easy money, we thought. Idra's not huge, and according to the trader, rumor has it she lay on dry land near the lighthouse. And there's only one lighthouse on Idra, see? So sounded easy enough. No reason to expect any bloodshed either. Idra used to be nice and peaceful, our steel was mostly in case we did find it and needed to guard any treasure. And needless to say, that's not how it went. You didn't find anything." "Not a scrap. We searched every inch of this island, and let me tell you, the Santa Fury's not here. It bloody can't be. A fucking ship on dry land? And near the lighthouse, nonetheless. It does not exist. Mind if I give it a go? I would hate to see you spill your guts on this bloody island looking for some ghost ship. Then again, you might have better luck than me and my..." Carlia stops briefly and her eyes water up. "Just be careful. Idra's not peaceful anymore, and I suspect there's worse things in our midst, far worse than hounds. What happened here? Honestly, I don't know where to start. There were lights in the sky, flashes and orbs, some over Horan, others over the inland's interior, minor quakes even. And then things went real bad. People lost their minds and animals started changing. What terrifies me is I can't even tell you how long that was ago. Days? Weeks?" She raises her voice in an anxious tone. "I just need to get away from here. Off this fucking rock." "What will you do now?" "I'll try to make my way east, around the bay. Maybe there are larger groups of survivors there, and perhaps even someone with a way of getting away from here. Good luck. If you ever find that bloody treasure, buy me a drink next time you run into each other." Carla packs up her gear and begins to carefully make her way through the mist until she's gone. Now, I'm not more tutorializing. There is a really well-written journal here about what's going on and so on. The quests that you complete as well, and what have you. It's really nice. I like this stuff, but we do a lot of reading, so I will, in this instance, skip reading our journal and quests and what it says. But if for some reason the developer ever sees this video, I want to say great job on writing that stuff. I've enjoyed reading it during my earlier playthrough of the game. So, I'm guessing a super large ship should not, or a merchant caravel or whatever, should not be too difficult for us to find. But near the lighthouse is a bit vague. Laughter caps. Some eggs, but we can't reach those eggs from here. More Legionnaires' Rest. I'll take those. What's this one? Oh, more Legionnaires' Rest. Okay. Early on, I'm going to grab every single like herb I come across because of potions. We're going to want to be able to make some. Later on, I will, as I begin to have a stockpile, I won't be grabbing every single thing we see. But if you, that's just me, viewer. That's because of the way I play these games. You should know I'm a bit weird by now. I would recommend you take everything if you pick up this game based upon what you've seen so far. I spotted something. Oh, another survivor of the Zephyr. Hiding along the cliffs is a lone surviving member of the Zephyr crew. Dead Emperors! They killed them all! Stabbed the Nino right in the throat! We need to find somewhere to hide! A poor guy, but we can't help him at all. 2 Umbarian wine? That hints that that ship is maybe around here. Fine wine imported from the vineyards of the Umbaria. Rumors abound of grape harvests failing due to drought in the heartlands, and wine is currently hard to come by. 2 steelfin fish. Dead fish eyes stares up at you. Steelfin is a staple on dinner tables throughout the Outer Isles. It is commonly eaten in hearty stews with vegetables, used in fish stew. Our word loaf. They're mushrooms that make for excellent eating. And laughter cap. Easily recognizable with its red cap and white spots, the laughter cap is not to be ingested as it is said to cause hysterical laughter and odd visions. Many an apprentice alchemist has ignored this warning through the ages. Sure, why not taste it and see if it's true, especially if it's not going to kill you. $38 and 5 thieves' tools. That's very nice. Nothing off the shore there. Another giant. Is this a fish or is this like a hip with 2 legs? Or is this like the jaw of something? I'm gonna go with the jaw of something. Oh, fight! Right, we're not stealth, so what this means is that the moment the enemies are aware of us, battle instantly begins. And they are not, like, they are alerted, so they're gonna get a chance to act and everything, too. But crabs are slow. Crabs are slow. And we fought these earlier when we were lower level. And these ones are still level 1, it looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. If I charge Roland up, he will be attacked by both of them, so I will just delay. Roland might kill it with a single hit. He did not. Good job, guys. Hey, Katya leveled. 3 chitons. I don't feel like we need to heal. We took a little bit of damage on Trimus, but he'll be okay. Let's level Katya. Or Katyana. That's her. Yeah. Alright, we've already read level 4. What are we taking with her? So, over here in the mobility tree, there's evasive, which means we can disengage without causing our turn to end. I really like this. And down here is fancy footwork, which allows us to shift without losing our turn. So once I realized these existed, I went right for those. I think I will go for evasive, but then grab more points, I think, in thievery. So let's take some of this. So she's gained 1 initiative and 1 more point in athletics. There is a bridge we can interact with here. The bridge ahead is broken. Perhaps we can jump the gap. It requires an athletics check to make. We got a good chance with Roland just to make the jump. Let's leap. Taking your running start, you leap. You make it and fall heavily into a roll as you land. And that brings the whole group over. What are these? Morals and carrots. Morals are mushrooms that make for excellent eating. Here's a mushroom soup. Guess we should search the rest of the shoreline. Have more debris. And we could have just walked around the shoreline here rather than make the jump. But whatever. It's fun to try things. It's fun to try new things. A weaving comb, so a silk ribbon, and a single piece of gold. A tool commonly used in the weaving of tapestries. This one appears to be made from the wood of yew trees, often found in the outer isles. The silk ribbon commonly used for braiding hair. Not worth very much, those things, but, well, you still need a bunch of money, so we're still taking garbage at the moment. Oh, battle! Battle time! 2 giant crabs, and a third smaller one. I will say, seeing this makes me want to play Underrail. I installed it, I think it was yesterday, so I may begin recording it sooner rather than later. But if I do begin recording it, the videos won't come up until November, just as a heads up, viewer. How do you want to do this? Giant crabs have 2 movement and action, so it won't be able to attack me this turn. Let's go with this. Katya, I don't want you moving up. You are out of these little arrows, though. You have none left. I can tell that because down here it says 0 on her bow. So we'll equip the better arrows, but I'm just going to delay her action at this moment. Oh, but because I went to the equipment, I lost all my movement. Okay, I did not realize that was the case. We'll just then have her end her turn. Or, I guess not, move her down 1. 1, 2, 3. Roland can't be attacked by this crab if we move him down and attack this one, so we'll do that. We bloodied it already. It's almost dead. Let's kill it. I'll delay Katya. And Roland. Cat will probably finish this one off, so I'm going to hold my action. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. When you kill something, you move it to the spot where it was. So now Trimus has to shift to get past Katya. Oh, but it didn't matter anyway. We defeated the bad guys. Okay, 3 more chitin for our trouble. Goblet and a single piece of gold. Again, beggars can't really be choosers. Ornate hand mirror and a fork. A 2-pronged fork. Though a good knife and fingers will suffice for most of the Empire's citizens, it simply will not do for a small select elite. The goblet, beaten up and ugly, albeit well-crafted tin goblet. And we've already read about the ornate hand mirror before. This way. Lots of leaks. What is this? A grave. A fresh grave with a simple marker made of sticks. No name can be found upon it. Now, we will get access to a shovel there. Actually, we passed the shovel. There was a shovel, and I completely didn't take it. Because, clearly, if you're searching for treasure, you would bury treasure. Maybe you would dig it up. But, well, actually, we're not looking for buried treasure. We're looking for a ship. But there was a shovel by where the one girl was located, and I completely forgot it was there. We could maybe use a shovel to dig graves up. But that feels out of place for Trimus to do. So we will not be doing so, even if it is a game mechanic. Maybe we'll try once just to see if it does work. I didn't try when playing the game earlier. But if we can, I will just reload the game and not accept the result, because I don't want to dig graves with Trimus. Let the dead rest in peace. Those are hounds. We've killed dire hounds before, but there's a big one, a fell hound here. Wow. Oh, it hits very often. Has a wide range of damage, and it has good vitality. It also has Howl of Terror, so we'll get to see what that does. Alright, let's start. Cat wants to attack the sleeping one. It would give us a backstab, but I feel that we should take out the big one. Oh, that was not a lot of damage, Cat. Enemies will very rarely, like, shift. So this hound didn't shift with another one, because what's the purpose of that? It would just delay the other one's turn. Oh, I was hoping to get up next to Roland, but it's too late. Oh, never mind. We did it anyway. So it got fear on all of us. We have to make a saving throw versus DC 10 at each round to remove it. So currently we suffer -2 to hit in melee and a -2 willpower. Fearful ended on Cat, but she was the only one it ended on. I can use Second Wind, but we've taken no real damage, so I'll wait around and we'll just hit the hound again if we can. Trimus can use the Litany to remove fear, give him a better willpower save to resist it in the future. I'm not going to shoot again with Cat. I don't think we'll need to use any more arrows. That said, I'll delay her turn. We'll use Second Wind now. And Cat, yeah, you'll just defend. There's no reason to have you shoot. Arrows are a little precious. Too precious for us to use them willy-nilly. Oh, that was interesting. Why did it disengage? It shouldn't have. It should have just been able to attack me. The cat runs up and stabs that thing in the eye. Good work, team. 4 hound ears. Very nice. We did take some damage on Trimus, so he'll heal himself. And at the moment, we're still taking every single egg that every single bird ever landed on Idra. So we're going to grab those too. I do see the handholds. Before we risk that, let's go ahead and keep exploring a little bit more of this kickback trail. bunch more leeks or onions up here. This must be the lighthouse proper. Walking into this area will walk you off the map, back to how you entered the lighthouse as a heads up. Potatoes! It is so tempting to say it, but I will not say it. Alright, let's see. What else do we have up here? Let's make sure we explore the outer area first, the grounds around the lighthouse. Alright, nothing behind it either. Ooh, almost missed those eggs. Your eggs. Spotted a few things. Some barrels, crates, rope, and a shovel. 3 leeks. 4 more bottles of Umbarian wine. Some rope. 3 rations. And a shovel. This was very nice. Since we got the shovel viewer, let's see if we can... See, we'll fix the rope to this. Can we dig here? I feel a little bad about this. I shouldn't, but I do. So let's go ahead and try. Not there. How about below? No. Okay, so we can't use a shovel to dig graves, is what that tells me. Or that I suspect is the case. A passage down. If the place is occupied, this must be... Oh, there's 2 beds here, though. I'd feel a little guilty robbing a place of stuff, but... let's just get this out of the way. No one cares if you rob their houses, from what I've seen. So, I'm gonna do a bit of a hypocrisy thing here. I feel bad digging up graves, but I don't feel too bad robbing people's homes of the stuff that they have. So, we will do that. Potion of fire resistance. 1 fire wing, 1 grave root, and 1 sulfur will let us do that. And you know what? We can put that right back in here. I'll leave this normal axe there, too. The chest has some wine, a lantern, traveler's garb, Caspar's journal, which I guess we'll take, and a mug. I'll leave this here. We don't need this stuff. What does the journal say? About a year ago. Arrived today and was met by the man who is to be my overseer, Matthias. He seemed nice enough, albeit eccentric. Is this to be my fate as well? Woe to me that my wretched life and poor choices has landed me, Caspar of Laurel, on this barren rock as a keeper of lights. About 6 months ago. Saw lights on the shore near the cave entrance. Smugglers, Matthias says. He insists we leave them alone. I am forced to abide, though my mind wanders often to that cave and what may lie within. About a month ago. I cannot take it anymore. The old bastard is driving me mad. He spies on me and gives me strange looks, and I'm sure he goes through my things. I went for a walk to clear my mind, my head, and I ended up by the entrance to the sea cave. Something is calling me there. I hear it, even in my sleep. About a week before our arrival in Idra. Dreams driving me mad. Always it calls me to the caves, to the deeper dark that lies beneath where no man has tread for eons. The looking stone and the ancient sleepers. The blade calls me. I can take no more. There was the last entry. There's a painting here, and another chest. Let's pick the lock. Oh, I forced it by accident, and I used the wrong person to force. So what happened there is we failed to force it, and Katya lost 1 hit point. I guess we'll show how forcing works once. So, again. So we rolled a 7. A 7 beats the 10 by 2. Oh, we have to beat the 10 to be successful, not tie it. So because we got 2 over the target number, we put 2 points of damage onto the chest, and then we took some damage on Roland. Let's pick the lock instead. $57 gold and some dark bread. Maybe we'll get to make some ham and cheese sandwich after all. Though we're still missing ham and cheese. Hanging on the wall, you see a dramatic but not particularly artful painting of a ship with torn sails caught in a terrible storm. Your mind wanders to the Zephyr and its grisly fate, and you shudder. Look closer. Leaning in, you notice that there is a name painted on the side of the ship. The Santa Fury. Could this be it? Is this what the rumor that the Santa Fury could be found near the lighthouse at Idra meant? Examine it closer. Examining the painting even more carefully reveals nothing. Not until you turn it over. Written in faint lettering on the lower left corner of the painting's backside, you can clearly make out a poem of sorts. From the center of the 3, the Santa Fury made her flight, setting out to hide her booty all within the lighthouse's sight. 2 leagues south began her trip. 5 east, the captain cried. 4 more north, our valiant ship, our plunder we shall hide. Land ahoy, went up the roar. We'll lay our treasure there. Into the rising sun 3 more, that dig and have no fear. You hastily take down the poem in your journal. Excitement washes over you as you realize that you may in fact be on the trail of something more than an old sailor's tale. If you can make sense of the poem, that is. I think next episode we'll start trying to figure out the answer to that poem. Down or up? Up, I guess. Well, the gentleman here didn't immediately attack us. Oh, he sleeps up here, apparently. And eats up here. Bit dirty, though. Oh, I guess this might make sense. He's probably, like, kind of... I mean, the doors weren't locked, but he's probably been hiding up here or something while keeping the... Well, if he's keeping the light on, everyone knows the lantern's manned, who would recognize such. Maybe the cultists, though, are no longer in the proper mind to realize that. As you enter the lighthouse gallery, is that right? That's right. A haggard face peers out at you from the gloom. Moving closer, you see it belongs to an old man who clutches a makeshift spear tightly to his chest. Somehow he looks both fearful and yet greatly relieved to see you. Mother of maelstroms, the man croaks. Who are you then? Who did I summon? Come, sit. You must be weary. Sit. My throat's really bugging me. The man gestures frantically to a battered chair in the corner. I'm a mercenary. Very well. Either way, the tides have brought you to me. I knew my signals and prayers would be answered. The mother of maelstroms is a cruel mistress, it must be said. It's only fit she repays me in such a darkened hour. We were shipwrecked by a leviathan. There are all manner of beasts in the deep oceans of our world. Never have I seen anything like this. A horror from beyond the natural it was that pulled down that ship. I saw it all from my tower, I did, though I wish I did not have to bear such a sight. I can hardly believe that anyone could survive such a nightmare. It matters not. What happened here? Something foul is growing on Idra. A taint on the land. There are lights as you've never seen. Like those sailors from the high north talk of, but the colors. It's like they bleed into your very dreams. If you can manage to sleep, that is. I got to the animals first, though. Warped them in both mind and body. Made them cruel and dangerous. Or it did, not me. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's unnatural, I tell ya. But worse still, Horn is dead as a tomb. Was a right bedlam of cries and screams 2 days ago. Then nothing. Not as much as a lit candle at night. Only the deep itself knows the truth of these happenings. But I can tell you this, the island is doomed. the sea itself will rise to claim us. Foolish superstition. I need some proper information. Yeah, anytime you may ask. We're safe as can be here. The old man seems eager to prosper the conversation. Are there smugglers on Idra? Idra's thick with them, carrying wares to the mainland for the Frethren. Islands riddled with caves, and they use them to store their contraband and whatnot. But they keep to themselves, and I want no trouble, so I let them be. Something else. Tell me about Horan. Horan went dark about the same time the animals ran amok. There was smoke on the wind and screams, too. I could swear it. It sounded like battle, perhaps slaughter is more like it. I think there was a camp of sorts just north of town, ragged tents and such. Survivors, perhaps. I thought about going there to see for myself, but I changed my mind. The old keeper hangs his head dejectedly, before continuing in a whisper. Safe for here. Head to the light. I have other questions. How long have you been alone? Matthias seems troubled by the questions and shifts uncomfortably. I had an assistant, Caspar. Went mad, the fool did. Had a head full of grand ideas, and I kept telling him, this here is a place for the quiet mind. Threw himself from the tower. And I'm broken on the cliffs. I can't be blamed. Matthias' jaw quivers, and his eyes water over. Matthias begins sobbing. I should have known. God, I'm off this rock. When he started talking about the caves and something about a blade calling him, I should have known. I could have saved him, but I couldn't bear the thought of being alone again. The silence is unbearable. I got the impression from the journal that he went down to the caves, not threw himself from the lighthouse. Ask about the cave and blade. He would babble about the cave underneath here for hours. I'd tell him those were smugglers' caves and that he was to leave them alone. Smugglers keep to themselves, but no telling what they'll do if you bother them. As to the blade he talked about, that must have been the ravings of a madman. A soul lost to drink and loneliness. Ah, poor boy. Vice wipes his eyes and exhales wearily. And again, what if it is down there? The black blade, hidden in some ancient recess, listening in the dark. Matthias' gaze grows distant for a moment. If it is, we need to retrieve the blasted thing and destroy it. And that's where I come in. I would help you Would you help an old man set things right? I'll make it worth your while. Find that black blade and bring it here. I need to see the thing that took Caspar at least once before we destroy it. The entrance to the cave lies in the gully underneath the broken bridge. Careful, I should get going. You're a fool to go. There's nothing beyond the light but despair and I'll be here waiting for you when you return, as I must. Farewell. Alright, everyone. It feels like I'm playing for about an hour or so, and it feels like this is probably a good spot to stop then, too. So I think we will. Alright, guys, so I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.